Yo, what up, my cheese army? How you doing? This is the Cheese Monster coming back with a Wednesday rant, where we talk about the #1 Oscar season that's coming out in February, where we talk everything about the Oscars and how people are buzzing about the Oscars. And one important thing that came out, which brought to you by Smith, my best friend, who got pissed at me for not mentioning him in the other video. Sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. At least you got to be mentioned in this one. Anyway, the nominations came out, and Straight Outta Compton was not nominated for anything. That upset a lot of people, calling their Oscars racist, and also Ice Cube coming and saying it kind of sucks that the Oscars didn't get to acknowledge us for the work we did, but he didn't really give a shit. Honestly, he was just like, "Yo, I never been to the Oscars, so I can't boycott this." The people were accusing him, like they're saying, "Oh yeah, he's boycotting the Oscars," saying that, "Oh, well, he doesn't want to go to the Oscars anymore because of this." He's like, "I never been to the Oscars, so I can't really boycott." So, and then Michael King came out of nowhere, was like, "Yo, don't be bitching about the Oscars," and a bunch of Oscar buzz people who work at the Oscars were like, "Yo, I voted for you. I'm nice." Sadly, not a lot of other people voted for you. Keep in mind, though, I'm not trying to be that person like, "Yo, you racist." I'm like, Oscars, do your own thing. The Oscars are only for the Academy, literally the film Academy. Pretty much, they're movies just for the Oscars. I mean, if you watch the movie Steve Jobs, it was literally for the Oscars. It wasn't for the sake of doing movies. It was for the sake for the Oscars. I like a story, but then it's totally filmed in a way so the Oscars would like it. Straight Outta Compton, though it was really good and really filmed well, was not for the Oscars, and you could totally tell they were trying to have fun in this movie. Every actor, everyone involved in this movie wanted to have fun, and Ice Cube totally made a good point saying that the Oscars are getting involved and trying to mess people up, mess these directors up, but really. It's supposed to be for the sake of doing movies in the first place, not just for about the paycheck, not just about getting recognition, but the fact that you want to make movies for the sake of expressing an art, whether it be good or bad, your art. I mean, that's why shitty movies like horror movies right now, they're doing this cliche things because they want to get a paycheck. Moving along, the Oscars, on the other hand, were doing this whole thing where they're like, "Oh yeah, we're not racist, we're not biased or whatever." I'm not making fun of the Oscars or anything, but I feel like they're just a little bit biased. Of course, here, sorry, wrong one. Here, sorry. Here, if you look here, there's a film theory video talking about how to win the Oscars and how the Oscars actually work, which is really cool. And they talk about the biasness in these Oscar films. Now, I'm totally supporting the decision and how Matt Pat is totally talking about these Oscars and how these work and how these are like 6,000 board members, 6,000 board members come together to vote in every single category that they came up with and then vote for Best Picture nominations and for winners, of course. And it is pretty obvious that this is all just for the sake of the fact that the Academy wants a pat on the back. They want to be like, "Oh, I want some recognition," and then I want some recognition to say, "Yeah, we made some classical good movies." Like, if you look at the general public is not just old people. I'm not saying old people are bad. I have a bad taste in movies. You have some good choice in movies. But sometimes it's like, you're like, "Oh yeah, we're the best. We the best." Like DJ Khaled saying that we the best in movies. Screw you guys. Yeah, we can do whatever the fuck. We rule the movie planet. And that's not how shit's gonna work now. Superhero movies are a thing now. Movies about dramas are a thing now. Horror movies should be a thing now. See, if you look at all the nominations, they're not really nominations for certain things like horror movies. Maybe some thrillers come up here and there. Maybe some action comes here and there. But those are movies that are hit with the classical. Like Django Unchained was a good movie. It's an action movie, of course, but it was totally picked for Best Picture and totally picked for Best Screenplay. It didn't win Best Picture, it won Best Screenplay. Why? Because of the dialogue was good. And of course, Quentin Tarantino has good dialogue. That's why the Oscars picked it. Christoph Waltz also did a really good job because he was fending off black black haters, like the white people who were being racist. He won. But Leonardo DiCaprio didn't win. I don't know why though. I mean, film theory didn't address this. Why didn't Leonardo DiCaprio win? He's a good actor. He's a good actor. He got my vote. If I was in the board, Leonardo DiCaprio. Moving along though, I think I seen that this is not a big deal. And the fact that like everyone's ranting was like, oh my god, they did the fucking Oscars, nigger, you fucking with me, you. I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna tell you to win those Oscars. This ain't shit like that. It's just like the Oscars. These are for the Academy Award winners, for the ego, and say, yeah, we made movies today. So what? We don't recognize superhero movies, we don't recognize thrillers, we don't recognize shit. We want our movies and we want to recognize. Think of it as their own theater. They do. They dictate what they want. They do what they want. They don't care about audience input. They don't care about what directors make. They pick the movies that they like. And think about this as your YouTube channel, how your playlists work. And then all the playlists, those are the movies that you want, and those are the movies that you like. And some of them are really, really, really good. One of them is like, I want this. This is the best movie ever. And then each playlist, each category. And each playlist is a category. And of course, these are votes, and then the best one is in there. It's how it works in the Oscars. The Oscars don't really care about what you are doing, and they don't really care about. They don't care about you. Honestly, I don't even care about the Oscars. So why would they care about you, the public? And I'm not trying to be a hater saying that Oscars are the worst. I mean, it's like celebrity nonsense. I mean, like, oh yeah, Miley Cyrus won a Grammy. I don't care. It's music, right? I mean, I watch movies for the sake of watching movies for my sake of entertainment and pastime. That's what movies were invented for. That's what movies were invented for. That is the point. It's like music, just for your ears. Just listen. If you hate the music, go on. Don't be hating on music. It's music. It was meant to be. And Ice Cube did a really good job. He played it off. He was emotional. He wasn't crying. He was like, yo, I've never been to the Oscars before, and I don't see why I have to, because there's really no point, because the Oscars only care. They didn't really say that, but the Oscars are just the Oscars. And of course, I'm not trying to make fun of the Oscars saying they're racist, bisexual, they like their choices, they like their movies, and they want to be chosen for. And all these actors who get it, they're prestigious, like, oh yeah, I did a good job. But keep in mind, some actors are really good. It doesn't. The Oscars don't dictate whether a good actor or good actress is in there. Oscar is just for the main sake of fame. Look at Leonardo DiCaprio. He's a good actor. He's a really good actor. Almost all his movies is really good. Sometimes the movie is not good because sometimes the director is but he is good in every single movie. And sometimes everyone's like, why isn't he nominated? No one knows. I don't even know. But that's my point. The Oscars want what they want. They like what they like. They create their own playlist to see what they like and what they don't like. And they only take things that they like and put it in the playlist, but they don't care about whatever they like. Sometimes they get nominated, sometimes they don't. Think about Mad Max Fury Road. A lot of people love that movie because the action was great. It was a good storyline. It's just a very simple storyline. Nothing diverse. Something that Oscar people really like. Why did it get nominated for Best Picture? George Miller. Yeah, I'm putting it right now. George Miller. He's a good director, but he's about 70 years old. And of course, he's an old director. And some of these Oscar fanboys, they're like, oh man, I love George Miller. And his work in this movie is really good. Same George Miller I knew in the 80s. So what do? We put him in the nomination list. It was a good movie, not a lie. But the performances, they had nothing because the dialogue was barely any. And only thing that was good was visual effects. And I think it might win costume design or visual effects, but not Best Picture for that secret. But that's another story. And it's going to win a lot of Oscars because it's Mad Max. But the point I'm trying to say is don't make a big deal about this. It's nothing to get ranty about either because Oscars are their own thing. Move on. See, that's why there's this YouTube review awards where Jeremy Johns, maybe Schmoes know, create, and we vote for them. Vote for those. Those matter because those are the public's opinion, right? Even the Golden Globes, they're all right too. Those are the people's opinion. So they have movies such as like animations that didn't even make it. There was in 2014 the nomination list for Lego the Movie didn't get it. It wasn't nominated. It was some random ass Chinese film. God, I'm not hating. I'm just saying. And not a lot of people know what that is, and not a lot of people know what it is, but the Oscars like, you know what, that's a good movie. But Lego movie had a lot of heart to it. It was a really good movie. But you know why it didn't get nominated? My guess is because it's Lego, and they had the ads like, oh, this is a play for commercials. I hate commercials. I'm not putting that in there. Anyway, guys, that is what I'm thinking about the Oscars. The Oscars are not a big deal. It's really isn't. So, and Ice Cube said this, of course, and I kind of have to agree with him. I'm not trying to be this person. I never seen one Oscar in my life before, and this is the reason why. It doesn't matter. I'm watching movies for the sake of watching movies. If I want to watch The Revenant, I'm gonna say it's a good movie. But if I hate The Revenant, but the Oscars hate, I don't care. I'm not gonna be like the Oscars picked that. I'm not saying Revenant's a good movie. It's probably the best movie in the world, but I'm just saying sometimes the Oscar movies aren't the best, but yet they get nominated, and I don't really care because that's not my input. Anyway, guys, this is the Cheese Mons-ta sending you a message. Don't support the Oscars, or if you hate the Oscars, maybe you're an actor or director, calm the fuck down. It's not a big deal, unless you want that pay raise, and that's not the sake of doing movies. I'm rambling on too much. So yeah, so Oscars are not the biggest deal in the world, and honestly, no one really cares about what the Oscars are and what they have in input to our society. They're just movies, and that's the point of watching any movie, is to enjoy them, right? One note. It's like 11 minutes right now. I get long on my rants. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting long in my rants, but superhero movies are getting better and better. Besides Fantastic Four, that was a colossal failure. But other than that, all these movies have heart to them. They're good, but they don't get nominated for the sake of being superhero movies. Makes my point. So movies are just for the sake of enjoying movies, and that's what we're supposed to do. Enjoy the movies. That's it. So that's my rant, guys, on the Oscars and why I really don't have any input on Oscars because I don't really care that much. I'm agreeing with Ice Cube right now, and honestly, Ice Cube doesn't really care because they're reconsidering putting in the nomination list, so I've heard, but so far, Ice Cube's concerned, no one cares, and he doesn't really care either. So I like the movie. I like straight out of content. Gotta watch that. The trailer is down in the link below. Wrong section right here, right here. And of course, guys, take a little cheese, slice it up, because I'm out.